Less than a year ago, some members of the historic Japanese Church of Christ in downtown Salt Lake City decided to take on a risky challenge.
It was to determine if a time capsule was tucked away somewhere on the church grounds, and if found, retrieving it. Jamie McGriff joins us with this Belonging in Utah story.
I've learned there has been some back and forth going on about whether or not to try and even attempt to find a time capsule, and that was a process in itself. For a century, this cornerstone of the Japanese Church of Christ in downtown Salt Lake City held something special.
So a lot of buildings, you'll see a date on the front, established whenever, and usually there's a little cavity behind the cornerstone with the time capsule in it.
We're picking up where we left off from the previous story about the church, with Lorraine Murakami Crouse, who's now sharing the journey of finding the time capsule.
Since I grew up in this church, I've looked at that cornerstone because we go out there and have our pictures taken and everything, and I kept thinking, I wonder if there's a time capsule here. They were very popular during the time, and they still are, but more so back then. In order to get the cornerstone out, it would have probably damaged the cornerstone, or maybe even the bricks around it, because this building's 100 years old.
Creating any significant damage to the building was the last thing anybody wanted to do. But Crouse says it was important to check and see, just in case there happened to be a time capsule there. Also, given the date of the cornerstone and the church congregation celebrating a milestone year, it made sense to try.
He was able to determine, he said that
it was right there.
Something is in there.
The first big challenge, where to start drilling.
And it wasn't enough space, right, to get my drill in.
And that process is a story in itself. I know you're wondering, why is this story so short? Because we have to give you a preview for what's coming up next in the next Belonging in Utah segment. We're going to be digging deeper into that part of the journey and introduce you to the man that you just saw who put in the work to make that historic discovery for his church. Jamie McGriff, KUTV 2 News.